right, so for our next example, we'll cross a red Brahman bull with a Hereford cow. So our genotype for our red Brahman is E+, two big B's, two little d's, little r, and then big G, and big S. And then our Hereford's genotype is little e, two little b's, two little d's, little r, big G, and then SH. So whenever we cross these, we'll get an E plus from our red Brahman bull, and then a little e from our Hereford, big B from our Brahman, a little b from our Hereford, and then big G, and then one big S from our Brahman, and an SH from our Hereford. So thinking back to our slideshow presentation, remember whenever we're heterozygote, big B, little b, and E plus is our most dominant, we're going to get 3 different possible colorations. So for this one, we could either have some R red brindle, and then we have to add with a bald face because of this SH. So with a bald face, and then some are chocolate with a bald face, and then our last coloration we can get are some are red, so some are red with little or no black pigmentation. So this would be your final answer for this cross. So a red Brahman crossed with a Hereford. So now let's do like we did for our last example and cross our F1s together. Or actually for this one, let's cross our F1 here with an Angus bull. So let me erase some of this so we have room. Okay, so we're going to cross it with our Angus bull. So we have big E, little b, two little d's, two little r's, big G, and big S. We're crossing that with our F1, so E plus little e, big B, little b, two big G's, and then big S, SH. So we'll start with our extension locus. So we get two big E's from our Angus, then an E plus and a little e. So we'll get E plus, then big E, and same thing here. So whenever we do this, all of them at least have one big E, so we can just put big E dash. So we have big E dash, and then since we have a big E, we don't really need to worry about being heterozygote big B, little b, so we can just put dash dash. And then since they both have big G's, we know that they're going to be their base color, there's not going to be any graying. And then the next locus we need to worry about is our spotting. So we'll have big S from the Angus, and then big S, SH from our F1. So we have big S, big S, and then big S, SH, big S, SH. So we're going to get a half that are big S, and then a half that are big S, SH. So then we'll branch off here. So we'll have a half, big S, and then a half that are big S, SH. So our final proportions for this one, so we're going to have big E and two big S's. So we'll just have a half that are black and a half that are big E with big S, SH. So black with a bald face.